Merry Christmas, everybody. It's Christmas Eve, which means it's kind of Christmas for me. I'm going to go do some Christmas shopping, and I think we're going to do a little Christmas celebrating tonight. Why not? Why not? I'm actually organizing getting my entire family to fly to New York for Christmas next year. It'll be exciting to see if that works out. Anyway, I wanted to talk about keeping stuff around or throwing things out. It was a conversation I had with my wife last night. She had some papers, some journals, and she was like, should I keep them or not? I can't tell her the answer to that, of course, but the idea is this. I have a tendency, and I think a lot of people have a tendency to like keep things around because like we might need them at some point in the future. I have some journals that I wrote, diaries that I wrote while I was in high school. I still have them. It's been 25, 26 years, and I've looked in them occasionally, but I don't think that I'll ever go back and reread those, right? They're just a bunch of stories, beliefs that I had in my head at that time for various random reasons. They're not really, they're not any more true than the stories that I have in my head right now. And the thing that came to mind for me was the story. There's this book called The Something Art of Tidying Up or something like that. It's like a Japanese lady. I can probably find it. But the point that she made was this: in Japan, there's this tradition of going to all these courses in the mornings before the workday starts. Oh my God, my speech center. You'll go to some kind of 2-hour class workshop in the morning. You have these worksheets and papers and all that, and then you'll fill them out and all the notes and the things that the teacher gave you, and then you keep them around and file them and because you might need them at some point later, right? And maybe instead of doing that, you just trust that the universe will provide you with whatever you need whenever you need it. You don't need to keep all those lists of things. It's something too for our software, for example, feature requests. We do have a forum where people can submit their feature requests because it's good for us to have that information and capture it in some ordered form. But sometimes my teammates will ask, hey, I want to post a feature request because something I want to do, and we need to remember all these things. And the thing is, you end up with these lists and lists and lists and lists of stuff that you need to do. And here's the thing: if it's important enough, it's gonna bubble up again, right? It's gonna resurface at some point. You don't need to write it down. You really don't, unless it's something you absolutely must get done. Then absolutely write it down. But if it's an idea for something, sounds like a great idea to do at some point in the future, don't even bother writing it down, honestly. If it's important, it'll bubble up, right? What happens instead is you'll read over that list thousands or hundreds of times, so you'll read that thing over and over again, so it's taking you time every single time you do that. And then you might still not do it. And then the worst case is that you end up doing it. At that point, it doesn't matter. Nobody cares because whoever requested it has moved on or is not doing it that way or whatever. So, generally, you don't need to write all this stuff down. And when you're journaling is awesome, right? But the paper that you write on is not the repository of the information that you're writing down. You are, right? You're journaling to change you. So the change happens inside of you, or it doesn't. Not always, change doesn't always happen in the tempo or at the time that we want it, but you are the repository. So the change that you want to see happen is inside you. And then if it happens, it happens. And if not, then some other channel, some other medium, some other resource at some point in the future is going to present something to you for that insight to land, for that change to happen, whatever it was that you were seeking, right? So that's my take on that. Don't keep all this stuff around. Throw shit out. You don't need to, essentially all the stuff that you're storing, you're paying rent to store that stuff. And maybe you could get it again somewhere else. The playa provides is what they say at Burning Man, right? The playa provides. I had a flat on my bike, and right there was someone with a pump and the means to fix a flat. They just appeared. That's generally how the universe works. You know, I used to heard the saying, when the student's ready, the teacher will appear. The right information will come to you just as you need it. The right people, the right tools, whatever it is, the right helpers, it'll show up for you if you're open for it. And the less clutter you have in your home and in your mind, the more you'll be ready to take it in and just run with it when it shows up. So that's what I got for you today. Follow us on this journey of creating Simplero and building it up to be. It's already a pretty amazing business. I'm really excited about the impact that Simplero has on everybody who comes into contact with us. That's really my main thing. I want it to be transformative for every employee, for every team member, for every customer, for anybody who sells stuff to us, who engages with us. I want them to be transformed by the experience, to be more aligned with who they truly are, with their spirit. That's my goal for Simplero. Anyway, I'm going to stop here. Merry Christmas to everybody, and see y'all soon in the new year. Or, who am I kidding? I'll see you before then. All right, bye. Take care. Bye.